can change the impeller on this. Change the impeller on this outright. There's 4 bolts at the bottom here, 2 on the other side. 15 millimeter. I think I gotta take that one out too, but I'm not positive. Yeah, I do. Let's get these off first. Socket in here would be great. I can't. I don't have a ratcheting 15 anymore. I did. Got lost. This on the other day. Haven't even screwed it on yet. It comes with the little nut insert. Some stainless steel hardware here. Because remember this, my skeg is broken off right here. I have the piece to have it welded on, but this thing was 70 bucks. I think the guy was going to weld that skeg on me for like 150, so just went and bought that thing. Screw that on and we should be good to go. I'll get the rest of these nuts off and then we'll pull the out drive off. Well, first thing you do is put it in gear, forward gear, before you take this off. Bit of corrosion on these bolts there, so it was a little difficult to get loose, but now it's loose. Alright, so there it is. A little something on there. Everything looks decent. Grease all over everything. Now we just got to take off these 4 bolts. And I'll clean the shaft up a little bit so I'm not damaging that seal. But take off these 4 bolts, slide that cover off, and the impeller's under there. So let's get to work. So 10 mil bolts, 4 of them. Let me get it impact. Looks like. Oh, it's not even bad. I was thinking this thing was going to be shot, but I can see Huh. Hang on a minute, maybe it is. Come on. No, this one's fine. Yeah, they're dry rotted. I'll show you. So cracks. So it'll probably let loose eventually. This one, for some reason, was bent the other way. But yeah, look at that. That'll fail sooner or later. So let me go get the other one. All right, I just hit this with a wire wheel for a little while, cleaned it up. What I like to do is put a little dish soap on this. I don't like to use silicone or anything like that. Anything that's got any lubricant or anything that's got petroleum in it will break down that plastic or break down that rubber, make it swell and do all stupid stuff with it. So let me figure out how this goes. This goes in here, and if the prop shaft is spinning, I think it goes this way. Right, let me get some soap, and I'll get this together. For me to just kind of twist it in there. I didn't even need soap. It was actually pretty easy. One of these fins got bent around backwards. It's not really a big deal because as it starts to spin, they'll flip over the right direction. But I just kind of put it over here just to kind of show you what it looks like. And then it has this, so it's got this cotter pin here that actually goes on the shaft, and then it holds, there's a flat spot on the shaft, holds it in there. I think what I'll do is just put a little grease on this thing, stick it in there, and then I'll put everything together. So let me get some grease. Prop shaft first because there's a flat spot on the shaft here that fits into. Just kind of glue it in there with some grease. I'll put some more grease on here, and then we'll go ahead and put the impeller back on. Like the directions say, put this gasket down with the silicone side up. Then we put the plate down. Come on, little guy here. Making sure all the holes line up right, which they don't, so this is upside down. That silicone part goes up. This part goes up. Okay. And then this one, see if this lines up. Yes, that's the way that goes. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and key this down, okay? Get this part here. There's some extra O-rings in here for Verado engines. This one obviously is not a Verado, but it has this one part. I think it's this thing. This guy here that I screwed up, I should have put on first. Like that. Alright, we'll put this back in again. That. And we're going to be right around take a little bit. That should be good. Let me get a little more grease on here. Put this together. This is waterproof grease, meant for boat trailer axles, but it'll do the same for here. Actually, I think there's a picture of a water pump on the box, on the tube. All right, so that's that. From what I understand, this is just going to go down here. Ooh. I gotta see where that notch is. I think it's somewhere around. Oh, there it is. Right, I can see the line. Right there. Okay. Alright. That's that. Alright, we get the bolts, get this put in. Clean my hands up, be right back. Snug them down with the ratchet so they're not crazy tight. Alright, that's it. Get a wire brush and clean off these threads, the shanks here, and maybe get a little lube on that pin there and one on that one, and see if we can't get this in the hole. So I put a little grease on the shift shaft here, put a little grease on the prop shaft here. Ooh, I'm going to put a little grease on there too. And then I put some on the water tube there, on that locating pin, that one, and all the bolts. Cleaned all the corrosion off of everything, and I think I'm just going to do a little bit more on that. This here, and then down here. And that should be good. Alright, let's get this, see if we can get it back in. You guys are in the way. hear horror stories all the time about getting these back in there and lining up everything. So we're going to try. They're still in the way. I got to give it a best shot. Get this on one go around here. I haven't moved anything, so everything should theoretically line back up. If it doesn't, then we have to do stuff. All I did was just turn the propeller just a little bit, and it lined up that spline and shot right in. Perfect. If you don't have a ratcheting 15 mil wrench, I strongly suggest you get one, because this is kind of a nightmare. But I'm glad the dry one, or the lower unit went on nice and easy. I was worried there for a second because it kind of got bound up, but I just turned the prop. One way it'll spin freely, but it'll click, and the other way you can't really move it too much, but if you get a hold of it and give it some good pressure, it will turn a little bit, and it found the hole and went right in. And I strongly suggest you use a lot of lube on all the connecting parts, because you know that water tube, if that's not lubed up, that'll get bound up. The shaft, the wide parts of the shaft, I'm assuming they go through some sort of a seal up inside, so going through dry is bad enough, but also can kind of sticky. So put a little bit of grease on there, and they slid right up and in there. All right, Let me just get these 5 tightened up and talk about it at the very end here. All right, so I left the anode off because I have to get a new one tomorrow, because you can see this is pretty far gone, and that's probably one of the reasons why there's a lot of that flaky white stuff all over those bolts, because these probably weren't doing their job anymore. Yeah, so anyways, that's about it. I need to crack this one on a little bit more here. So with this thing, I don't have a rubber mallet with me, so, but this thing is stainless and it's actually pretty durable, to be honest with you. So it looks like it's a little tight here. I don't know what I gotta do. I gotta wail on that thing. I probably will get a rubber mallet though, because I definitely don't want to bang it up. But then it just says you just put that on as far as you want, then through hole or drill these holes out, and then stick these in the one end, and then the bolts on the other end. Tighten it up. Good to go. All right, so that'll do it for this one. If you could, please comment, rate, subscribe, and have a great day.